Hey guys, this is Arsenal Giants PS3 and this is episode 22 of Season 4 of our FIFA 12 Sunderland Manager Mode commentary, and this is the all anticipated job offers for Season 5. And basically what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be flicking through all the job offers that I have and then analysing them and giving them my opinion of what I think, if I should take that job or not. And then I want you guys to leave a comment in the comment section below telling me what club you think I should be at next season. Give me any sort of reason and give me the club that you want me to be at next season. So first off, let's start off with Sunderland. Sunderland have an incredible squad that I have literally built up from the ground. They got players like James Milner, Yunus Belhanda, Alan Zagoyev, Xardan Shaqiri, Kevin Gamero, Courtois, Klein, Hovland, Obona. A lot of players with great potential, and also we do have Champions League football next season and we might be able to win the Premier League title, and we have 78 million to spend on transfers, so we have a lot of money to spend. Our next job offer is Bolton Wanderers, and their squad, I have said it countless times through this season, is incredible, and they do still have 80 million to spend as a transfer budget. They have players like Ibrahimovic, Luka Modric, Alexis Sanchez, Cheick Tiote, Hernandez, and other players like Jodian Lescott and Andre Santos, and Kieran Clark. I think that's Kieran Clark. It might be a different Clark, I'm not too sure on that. Again, sadly Bolton do not have Champions League football, however they do have a great squad, but unfortunately without Champions League football they aren't really too appealing, and I'm not really too sure about them. So on to the next job offer now, and it is FC Schalke in the Bundesliga in Germany, and they do have Champions League football. They came third last season and their squad is looking pretty tasty. They do have Garfan, Lewis Holtby, Huntelaar, among other players, and their squad is pretty good. They also have Papadopoulos. They seem to be playing him in central defensive midfielder, but he should be playing as centre-back. So they are a pretty good team, and it would be quite nice to play abroad. I've been playing in the Premier League for all seasons that I have been doing commentary. It would be nice to go to a different league, but I'm not too sure because their squad isn't that great and they don't really have a lot of cash to spend. Our next offer is from AZ Alkmaar, and they have literally nothing to spend at all. They do not have any European football and their squad isn't exactly that great. They do have a couple of players like Rasmus Elm, Martens and Verbloom, I think I pronounced those correctly, and Jose Altidore. They do have a couple of pretty good players, but playing in Holland without European football and the squad not really that great and without cash to spend, it's not that appealing. So anyway, on to our next offer, and it is from Napoli, and they have 19 million to spend. They are in Champions League, I think, and they do have a number of quality players like Hamsik, Johan Cabaye, Esquil Lavezzi and Edison Cavani, and they do have a lot of money to spend, so they are definitely a club I would be interested in playing in. Again, they are in a different country. That would be a very interesting job to apply for, but again, I'm not really too sure because there are parts of their squad, especially at centre-back, which are pretty awful, but then again, we just don't know. Now, next up we have Sevilla, and there's one huge stumbling block over this offer, and that's because another YouTuber is already doing a manager mode series on Sevilla, although they do have a great number of players like Fellaini, like Perotti, Mario Gomez and Javi Martinez. I think actually he might have been flogged off already. They do have a number of great players and they do have Champions League football, but sadly somebody else is already covering them, so I don't think I can accept them, or else I'll be kind of copying his series, but I don't know. Anyway, on to another job offer, and we have Olympique Lyon. And they do have a slightly average team, really. They do have the one-star player Hugo Lloris with a level 90 overall, and also among other players like Mohamed Sissoko, Kim Kallstrom, Michel Bastos and Jimmy Briand. They do only have 17.5 million to spend, and unfortunately they do not have Champions League football, although they are in another foreign country other than the Premier League. I don't think without Champions League football it would be that interesting, so not sure about them. Next up we have CSKA Moscow, and they have 17 million to spend. They do have Champions League football, and of course they have those pacey strikers Wagner Love and Sadou Doumbia. They are a number of quality players, but apart from those two strikers, their team, they do also have Honda and a left back called Shimanikov. I don't really know how to pronounce that really. Their team is okay. They do have Champions League football. However, if I went over to Russia, I would have an awful time pronouncing all of their Russian names. In fact, all their names in general. So that is another offer. Our next offer is from Bayer Leverkusen, and they do have a number of reasonably good players such as Sam and Barnetta and Keebling, Sven Bender among other players, and also Sandro, I think that's a Sandro from Tottenham, and they do have Adler, who is a quality goalkeeper. They don't have Champions League football, but they do have 14.5 million to spend, so they are a pretty good team, but I think they're sort of alright. They're not really on the edge of like an obvious choice. Next up we have Bordeaux, and although they do seem to have Champions League football, their team is not very good really. It's kind of a very average team. They only have 10 million to spend. In all honesty, I have no idea how they got Champions League football with that squad. It is quite an average squad really. In terms of strikers, it's kind of average. In terms of midfielders, they do have Esteban Granero. I used to have him actually a long time ago, and they do have Carasso as a goalkeeper, so it's an alright squad really. They do have Champions League for football, so they are an alright team. So anyway, those are all the job offers that I got. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please leave a comment of what club you want me to be at next season, and give me any sort of reason as to why I should be at that club. So for example, you should say you should stay at Sunderland. You have an awesome team there, you can probably go on to win the Champions League, and you have loads of cash to spend. Any example like that would be great. I would love to hear from you guys. I'd love to hear feedback, and that would be really helpful to me, because I'm kind of stuck right now. I kind of want to stay at Sunderland because the offers, they weren't really that great. I was expecting, you know, like Barcelona, Real Madrid. I know I didn't like win anything this season, but I did have a pretty good season. So anyway guys, thanks for watching, and please leave some feedback in the comments section. Thank you guys for watching.